Am I coming nearer?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. The brickwork's starting to come apart up there. It's starting to...
Oh, shame I can't have a look up there to see if there is out true about out.
Yeah.
There's got to be some truth to it.
There probably might be some truth to it.
We just can't find them.
You can tell it looks Tudor. Do you know the brickwork looks very Tudor?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is, but it does look Tudor.
Hang on.
Anyway, good evening everybody. We're at Boston Castle tonight. Myself and Diane, and we've also got Rainey and Jeanette with us this evening. So this is where we are in Boston Castle in Rotherham. We've been here. We came here last year, didn't we?
Last year out here before. When were it?
November time, wasn't
I've
it?
lost track with lockdown.
So it was here in November, and we've been here in... Oh, it was summertime
It was
we were
summertime, but it rained.
here. Yeah, but it chucked it down with rain, didn't it?
Yeah, it rained.
So we're going to just do a little bit of history with regards to Boston Park, where we are.
Yes.
It has got quite a bit of history, and we're not far from Boston Castle, which is just around the corner here as well. So we're in the grounds of Boston Park, and we're at the bowling alley. So in the bowling alley is this doorway here, which has got a bit of a story, which was connected to the college.
This is Jeanette's, and Jeanette's got that on the bottom.
Yeah. So
It's, Jeanette's camera shy, everybody. So she makes me do it. You can laugh over there, Jeanette. I can hear you laughing. So Jeanette's got Boston Castle history. Boston Castle and Park brings life to the story of the 3rd Earl of Effingham, Sir Thomas Howard. He was an officer in the military and a politician. Boston Castle was firstly named the Lodge upon the Common. It was built in the summer of 1773. It was a hunting lodge for shooting parties in Canclo Woods and to the eastern guests within the building. Oh, sorry, entertain guests.
yeah, but I wonder what it was called before that though, because Canclo's not always been called Canclo.
Ah, yeah. See, I like to look at that.
Canclo was originally called Lower Moorgate, but because the posh people of Moorgate didn't like the idea of having the name where the poor people lived of Lower Moorgate, so they complained about it and they changed the name from Lower Moorgate to Canclo.
Yeah, I've heard that. Later in the year, in 1773, something big was to happen across the Atlantic. That would not only change the political makeup of the world, but also lead to a change in the name of the lodge upon the Common, and also a what? Oh, I'm not sure what that says. Over in Massachusetts, colonists began an uprising against the Tea Act. The British government was taxing tea that was shipped to America. Oh, has that gone off?
Yeah, that's gone off.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That is.
That means something. Is anything there? Can you see anything, any animal or anything?
I don't know, is it my torch though?
No.
Yeah, but did you shine
No.
it? Did you
You've
shine?
got to be in front of it. See if there's a slug. Oh wow, that's
Yeah, but did you shine your torch when it first went off, Rainey?
No.
it's going off again.
Right, it might be our torch. Just do it again. Okay, it's not going. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Do it again.
Sorry. Yeah, do it again.
It ain't.
Wow. You have to be in front of it usually. It's
Was
got,
this? Did you go off when we mentioned the Boston Tea Party?
Oh!
Yes.
The Boston Tea Party. Wow. Let me read this then to you, if this is correct. So
So let me try that again. Can you prove, just to make sure that it's you? We're talking about the Boston Tea Party. Well, did you have something to do with the Boston Tea Party? Did you go over to Massachusetts?
can you walk in front of the oh, they wouldn't know what that is, would they?
Yeah.
Where you heard the noise, could you walk up and down there again? If you was walking up and down there, and you set that off, it won't hurt you. It's just a sensor. It just senses that you're there. It's not going to hurt you at all.
Do you know? Did you know anything about the tea? The taxes on the tea?
And what happened over there?
Boston Tea Party. Anyway,
That would have been odd.
yeah, we went
They
off.
don't go off. They really don't go off unless
Yeah.
it's very rare they go off unless there's something really there. So over in Massachusetts, the colonists began the uprising against the Tea Act. The British government was taxing tea that was shipped to America. The Tea Party movement in Boston was arguing for no taxation. So in December of 1773, the Tea Party boarded ships bringing tea to the America and threw it all overboard. Let me just hold this. So in retaliation to to quell the rebellion, the British started sending soldiers over. Escalation after escalation caused the American War of Independence. Now, the Earl of Effingham was an officer dedicated to the crown, but he hated more the fact that sending soldiers to fight their own was absolutely wrong. Not sure what that says. He sided with the Tea Party and resigned his commission. His support to the Boston Tea Party only grew and grew. During 1774, records showed that he started to call the lodge Boston Castle in support of the colonial movement in the North America. He went further in that he decreed that no tea would be allowed to be consumed on the premises. Well, we've got coffee tonight, so we've joined in that, both in the castle and in his own home. The rule was never broken, so we've not broken that. America did not forget his support and named a ship USS Effingham.
That could be you.
I think it is, you know.
Yeah, I think it's you.
Is it you? Because they do not, they don't go off for nothing.
We debunked that.
Yeah, debunk it.
That's
Oh,
It is, it's me.
okay.
right. Stop it. It's like having Jackie here with a torch everywhere.
Also, Also, counties were named Effingham in Springfield, Georgia, and in Illinois. America won the War of Independence, and one of the future presidents, John Adams, visited the Earl of Effingham at his home and maybe Boston Castle. So in 1768, Earl of Effingham wanted to marry the love of his life, Catherine Proctor. His family was against this, so they eloped to Gretna Green and were married for 23 years. Catherine Proctor became the Countess of Effingham. Now, she was born...
Countess?
Countess of Effingham. The 9th of the 9th, 76. She died 14th of the 10th, 1791. She was 45 years old and she died at sea. Don't know why she died at sea. And he was born 13th of January 1746 and died of the 11th 1791. He was 45 years, a month and 5 days before his wife's death, while serving as governor in Jamaica. So then we go to this.
Yes,
This is last bit. This is about this bit.
Yeah.
So in 1483, so going back a bit more, Thomas Rotherham founded the College of Jesus in Rotherham. That's actually in the town centre. The building was built of early brick and laid upon his birthplace in the town. The college was dissolved in the mid-1500s. Today there are some small remnants of the college walls kept safe in the Boston Castle out there. They have survived the centuries. The oldest surviving brick in South Yorkshire. The doorway of the College of Jesus was rescued and placed on a sandstone wall as a memorial to that part of Rotherham since 1715. That's there.
So
1483, right? So that was that. Now, Crane's dates from the same era. 1400s.
1470 wasn't it, Three Cranes?
Similar era, and that's one of the oldest standing buildings, and this is some of the oldest stone. So there's a bit of a mention, not far from each other as well, were they?
Yeah. So I wonder.
Good.
I wonder if the Three Cranes may have had something to do with that Church of, was it Church of Jesus? Because that was.
Well, they used. I know the actual church itself, as in the All Saints.
Yeah.
They used to have meetings when the Cranes was a house.
Yeah.
So they would have meetings there. So what's to say that it might be a meeting place that other people used?
Yeah.
Might have to have a look into that, see if we can find anything out. That's
So
interesting.
I wondered then, was this wall originally not from here then? Was it originally from
Town centre.
From town centre,
was from
and
yeah.
they moved it up here?
Yeah.
But the other story is, I don't know how true, it could be a myth, but when King Henry sent his soldiers up here when he wanted to divorce one of his wives, and the Catholic Church wouldn't allow it, or the church wouldn't allow it at that particular time, that the monks were buried, bricked up alive.
Abby were going disillusioning all of them, so that did happen anyway.
Yeah, but
It did happen.
Yeah, it did happen,
Did
but now
So doing it
Rotherham,
everywhere.
was that Catholic or what? Or I'm not too sure, because it doesn't. I don't think it has got much things regarding King Henry, has it?
No, oh my gosh, what there's either French or Italian.
Yeah,
monks.
I think it was French, wasn't
French.
it? Rotherham.
French, with the white monks or the blue
Yeah,
monks?
I think it were the white
White
monks.
ones, weren't it?
Yeah, white monk. Was it white monks?
The white monks, I think. Was it? Or was that? Oh, I am getting confused now.
Thinking monks, there were
'Cause
white
monks used
monks
to have-
also down at
Beauchief.
Beauchief.
Beauchief,
Beauchief, whatever.
Yeah. So that's the thing to look into as well when people go on about monks. Oh, we saw a monk here, we saw a monk there. Monks have different colours of the whatever they call is it cassock? What do you call
I
it?
just heard the
Dress?
noise then.
Whatever they were dressed in,
Could be
there's
an
different
animal.
colours. You had blue nuns, and you had blue monks. You had white ones that would wear white. They didn't all wear brown.
No.
So when people say they see a monk with a hood on, it's not necessarily a monk, it could be anybody. Because people days gone by would wear cloaks with hoods.
Yeah.
And people just assume it's
Well,
coloured, it's a monk.
yeah, well,
might
like
not
I
be.
said,
Might not be.
me and my cousin was shooting
Yeah.
on behind Canclo School. It was a path, and we saw this monk, turn around to this object, this figure looked like a monk,
Yeah,
with the hood
yeah.
up, the arms, the hands inside the arms. You know what I mean?
As in what they would, how
yeah.
they would.
And was just
Stands.
looking at us.
Yeah,
Didn't walk. It just was stood there looking at us. No facial features. It was just black.
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
But I didn't stop around long enough. Me and my cousin, we ran. I get to about 300 or 400 yards in front, and then we stopped and turned back, and the figure had gone.
I think it is interesting. I think to do a little bit more research when people think that they see a monk at a certain place. Just check into what monks are there, where do they come from, what colour are they wearing.
I mean, there could have been a cave behind there, you know what I mean, and it could have been bricked up, and possibly that soldiers did get put in, monks did get put inside it. Now, there's no physical, I don't think there's any evidence to prove that there was monks that were placed in there, but it's a myth what has been going around for years.
A grain of truth to usually myths and legends have always got a grain of truth.
Yeah.
Somewhere, so there's something somewhere. Just don't know what do I.
So there you go, everybody. So this is where we are tonight at Boston Castle in Rotherham, and hopefully you'll enjoy your ghost hunt with us tonight. I like the rock formation as well with regards to this place. This stone as well, and also in Canclo Woods, is where there's supposed to be the stone that created the church in Rotherham.
Oh yeah.
What do you call it?
All Saints.
All Saints.
Yeah.
This is where the stone's supposed to have come from Canclo Woods area.
Alright, cool.
But I don't know how true that is. But it's it's made up of the same.
This is sandstone.
Yeah, it's sandstone, isn't it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got Rainey here with us tonight.
Hello.
And we've also got Jeanette.
Hello, thank you, sweets.
And there you go. So that was the history found out by our Jeanette.
Yeah, our Jeanette there, who's camera shy.
So I'm just going to have a quick walk up here. So you see the rock formation here is absolutely beautiful. Now, when I was a child, because I originate from Canclaw myself, I just wonder why those leaves were red then. So we used to come up here and play up here when I was a child, and this was a bowling green here. You can't see it because of it dark. It's just getting a bit cold now. My hands are getting very cold, and this is where the hut used to be for the where they used to keep the bowling balls, and there were 2 toilets at the back. So you'd walk down here, down the back here, and there would be two toilets built into somewhere along the wall here, if I remember. And this was the hut where they used to keep the bowling balls and put the kettle and all that when people wanted a drink and so on. But there's also rumours of spirits that come up here. Oh, step here. I don't know if I've ever climbed up here. Bit of a wall here. Can't get up that. I can't get up that now at my age. Climbing up there. But there you go. So there you go, everybody. Boston Park. And was my old local area that I used to play in as a child. You know, this is quite interesting. There's a bit of a hiding spot here. Look at this undercover here. It's quite interesting actually. There's a piece of log up there. It's the roots through the trees. So just look how the trees grown there with all the roots. And it's holly bush, this holly bush and something else. Bit vine here as well. Looks like that may have the trees are growing down it. Quite interesting. So there you go. Let's have a look here. Some steps here up at the top here. Looks quite spooky-ish. And those steps have been there since the Victorian time. Yeah, that tree there, how it's the roots are going through the rock. I thought I heard some talking then. I thought I heard a voice. Flowers on the bush here. Spring is on its way, thank God. It's Saturday the 19th today, I think, of March. Look at the stone there. Let's look at the stone here. There you go. Okay. Oh, I thought that had been cut and it was just dangling there. It's not, it's just how it's twisted. the trunk of the tree. So let's go back to the girls in a moment. But yeah, these steps, I think they're closed off now, but I think I have seen pictures of Victorian pictures from the Victorian era. Has it been closed off, or has it been opened back up? Oh, it's been opened back up. They must have, yeah, they've done some work on it. So it's opened back up. But these steps, I have seen Victorian pictures I've taken in the Victorian era with these steps here, but they have been closed off. But they must have opened them back up. Now up on top, they've built a great big building on the field. There used to be a football pitch, and it's owned by Yorkshire Water. Now I didn't know that that field does actually belong to Yorkshire Water. I did think it belonged to the council, but no, it belongs to Yorkshire Water, and they built a great big building on there. It looks horrible, to say the least. Gosh, I played in here as a child in my younger days. Might come up here a little bit later on and try some of our equipment up here, see if I can pick anything up. Oh, this camera's going to run out on this first part of this video soon, so there you go. Anyway, we'll have a walk to Boston Castle as well in a bit, so you can have a look at that as well. Nice under this, underneath this branch. This would have been nice to sit underneath as well. So let's remember this for next time. Oh, I'm just shivering now. I don't know if I'm shivering because it's cold or what. Anyway, my hands are getting cold, and so I'm going to say goodbye to you for now. And we'll see you in the second part of this video. It's going to run out any moment anyway, so we'll see you in the second part. So bye bye for now. Right, are you back?
Who's back?
Did you find anything?
I was trying to find that thing.
Oh, let me just look at that.
Right, can you
this
see
is
that?
the wall that we've just been filming.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
See it, yeah?
And this was in Rotherham.
Yeah, there's All Saints
It's All Saints Church.
Church.
And we believe that it was at where BNA is.
Yeah.
Behind at the back end.
Yeah, I think it's where the colleges are anyway. They're
Yeah.
up that way, aren't they?
Yeah, so
So that would be where Mark facing.
that
Well, obviously, they're all different buildings in them days, so
yeah.
trying to work out exactly its location, isn't it?
That's where it was, and it was bricked up there,
Yeah.
and then moved to here. So
I was trying to find. There's a photograph I was trying to find.
that's where I saw the
I don't know where.
the figure up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm walking now.
Just
Jeanette was seeing shadows. She's been seeing shadows up that way.
yeah, that's where I saw it as well.
We're trying to work out.
Yeah, it looked like. Do you know? You seen the movie Alien? Not Alien. Predator.
Yeah.
It looked like a bit like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Just want a quick walk up here. I just want to show everybody the Blinking hell, my camera's a bit... oh, let's turn it up a little bit, that would help. I just want to get a little bit closer to the rock here. So there you go. I'll let you look at this the rock formation here of Boston Park. So last year we oh, it's a bit strange how this has been carved out here. I thought at first it looked like an old fireplace. You never know. It could have done, maybe in the old days, that people may have lived in the sides of the rocks like they did at Rotherham. So if you've ever been to Rotherham, in the rocks, people have built little homes where they lived in, the poor, and they may have done the same here at Boston Park. See, because it seems to be like carved out. It's like, could there have been a fire here, like there as well? I don't know. There's no chimney or anything. Yeah, so last time we came here, we came into this part because it was chucking down with rain. So we sat underneath here. So this is an old steps as well. I've seen these steps in Victorian pictures as well that go up there. And it looks quite spooky walking along up there. That's Boston Castle in front of us, those two white lights you can see. I'll have a walk up there a little bit later on so you can have a look at the Boston Castle, which was part of the hunting lodge. So there you go. I tell you so, I don't usually feel the cold, but tonight I am. It is bitterly cold tonight. It's been lovely all day long, about 13 degrees, 13, 14 degrees. Tomorrow's going to be a warm day as well. Look at the flowers here coming out on this. This is a bit like a holly bush. I don't think it is an holly bush. But look at the flowers there. Quite nice. I love spring, I love summertime. I think everybody does. So I'm going to walk up this path because this is, when I was talking to Diane, it looked like there was somebody walking up here, round about just in front of me here. You've seen the movie Predator, where the alien is like got that like invisible cloak on, but you can see the outline of it, sort of thing. That's what it looked like. So here, when I was a child, there used to be a great big tree along here. I don't know if it's that one there, or it could have been that one up at the top. And we had a great big Tarzan swing that swung really right out. My brother fell off it one day. He was very lucky that he didn't kill himself, because the Tarzan swing went right out and there's a big drop there, and he come off the Tarzan swing and landed on his back, and we thought he was going to die, but he didn't. He's still with us 40 odd years later. And over there, this place called Meadowbank, Blackburn area, and then over here is Sheffield there. So you've got Templeborough, Canclo at the bottom there, then you've got Templeborough, Brinsworth, you can see bits of Catcliffe there, and then past there is Handsworth, heading into Sheffield city centre. Now we had I come off Bentley Street. My stepfather still lives there, and we used to have a lady, an old lady that lived next door to us. She died in the 1990s. We called her Mrs. Thackeray, and she used to. Back then, she looked down there, the lights at the bottom. That's Templeborough, the steelworks at Templeborough, and during the war, that's where they used to make all the ports guns, tanks, and everything else. Mrs. Thackeray used to tell us, but she used to sit in the garden or look out from the back door, and could see all the German warplanes coming, the Luftwaffes and all of that flying over and bombing Sheffield. Yeah, they couldn't see that they were bombing Sheffield unless you came up here. Then you would have seen it. But Mrs. Thackeray used to tell us that just be in the garden, and all the German planes would just be flying over, and then they would start bombing Sheffield, which must have been very scary to have seen that the German planes bombing Sheffield there. Now there's a golf course at the bottom where those lights are at the bottom. Just to the left of there, there's it's what's called Brinsworth. It's the start of Brinsworth, and it's the start of Phoenix Golf Course. Now I do know that there used to be a siren, a World War II siren on there, and they used to test it. So I think till about 10-15 years ago, I think they stopped testing it, and you could hear it going off. But I've not lived in Canclo for, oh gosh, since I was 17, 18. So that's going back 33 years ago, something like that. Anyway, I can't remember exactly. So I've not lived in Canclo for about 33, 34 years. But like I said, my stepfather still lives in Canclo, and it's the house where him and my mother used to live, and he still lives there. But every year, up on top of the top corner of Canclo Road, heading into Brinsworth, there was this box up there, and they would test it for the siren, but that I think that's seized now. Also, as well, the Canclo tram sheds was down there as well for the trains. Okay, I can hear a REM pod going off there. So you got the Canclo tram sheds that was down there as well. So quite interesting. Where McDonald's is, actually behind McDonald's, when you go into the drive-through at McDonald's at Canclo, if you look to the left, there's some rock formation. Now it's been blocked up now, but there used to be a great big cave in there. Well, it was a cave, and there was two steel doors if you went further in. We did go in when I was a child, and actually during World War II they used that cave to keep all the steelworks from British Steel. So all the paperwork, while the war was on, all the papers was inside that cave, and it was two big steel doors at the front. Yeah. I can't. I ain't got my phone with me. Anyway, like I said, with oh gosh, with regards to that, yeah. So there were two great big, saw blue lights then. Two great big doors at the drive-in of McDonald's at Canclaw, where the British Steel kept all its paperwork and hid them from the Germans. I don't. I'll have to ring off your phone if that's alright. So there you go. I'll ring in a minute.
Okay.
And we got a beautiful full moon tonight. And so I'll call back in a minute. And so on. My hands are going to drop off. And do you know what? I never complain about going out. Do you know going out? But tonight it's just that different coldness. And it's all in. My hands are freezing. It's mainly my hands that are cold. And I think this is that spooky path down here.
Spooky path?
Yeah, it was built in the Victorian days, where you could walk up here. So yeah, this is it here. So there's some old Victorian pictures. You can get down here. It's all right. And it is quite spooky. It might be probably in a bit to come up here with some couple of flashy balls or something, put them on the rocks here and see if we can get anything. Can you get down, Diane?
Yeah, just
So this is I have seen pictures of Victorian pictures, you know, when they've took pictures in the and these paths is in those pictures.
oh, can you get that way?
No, they fenced it off.
Oh.
But they've put a gate here to stop people from walking up it. But it's good how they put the rocks here. Yeah, you probably could get. Yeah, you could get over there. And walk that way. But I don't know why they fenced it off. I don't know why they didn't try and do something with the path. But they put. You probably could get through that way, but it might be like probably if you got on the step and then sat on it and then got through, you would be able to do it. Or
I'll tell you what, if I can get through, you can.
oh yeah, I'll get through. But it's really good how they built the path with the rocks up at each side of it, and there you go. Right. There you go. Might be a good thing to come up here, Diane, with a couple of flashy balls, REM pods, and it's a little bit warmer in here as well. So it's keeping the heating a little bit inside the trees. So might be a good thing to just pop in, put a few things down, and so on. Yeah, I charged these batteries up, and they seem to have not charging very well. I don't know if it's because of the cold weather. Let me just see if I can zoom in into this. Keep still, Diane. Let me just rest on you.
Are you zooming
Let
in
me
the
see
moon?
if I can get the moon. Don't move. Come on, focus, focus, focus. No, it's not going to have it. Is it? We go out a bit. It's focusing, is it? Is it going to focus? Come on, bloody hell, camera. Oh, I've lost it now. There you go. Oh, I've lost it.
I can't keep still.
We can't keep still.
I wobble a lot.
Well, you can see all the craters on the moon. You ought to see that, but it's not done a very good one. I tried doing it with my tripod, but the only problem is because the rotation of the Earth's rotating, it moves straight away. It's hard to keep it in focus.
I managed to get a good couple of pictures.
Yeah.
In the back garden.
So what we had, ladies? Anything? Do you feel anything?
No, I just get a bad feeling on that bankhead.
Where? There? Across there?
Yeah,
Well, we've just been.
Well, that's.
It's a Victorian old pastor.
Well, that's what I call it. I thought I saw something walking up there, and then all of a sudden, and then heard like cracking of, walking on twigs.
Yeah.
I heard that. What you eating, Rainer? What you got tonight?
Rabbit food.
Rabbit food and pasta and lettuce and. There you go. Oh yeah, I ain't had.
Because I've got to lose some weight, so I'm trying to eat healthy.
But then you had 4 biscuits.
Yeah. I'll walk it up.
Hey, it's what we do best.
Yeah, that's it. We come out ghost hunting. We come out to eat. So, anyway, earlier on the sensor lights were going off, and we did find out that was because of Rainy with her torch. That was setting them off. So we debunked that when we was doing the reading about Boston Park, and they went off. It was due to Rainy flashing the torch. So that got debunked. It wasn't anything paranormal. We tried to be honest with everybody when it comes to doing the paranormal. So we think it's nothing paranormal, then we'll say. So there you go. I've got to ring my wife up. She's trying to contact me. So I'll catch you shortly, everybody. Everybody's having munchies now. I haven't brought nothing tonight.
That's what we do best.
I haven't brought a flask.
I'm having a biscuit.
Jeanette's having 7 biscuits. What's this? Your 7th, your 8th biscuit now, Jeanette?
Must be my 10th.
Right, bye bye everybody. We'll catch you shortly. Right, so there we go. We're back, everybody, and we're back on this on that path that me and Diane walked down earlier on. I'm joined by Jeanette.
Hello.
So we brought some flashy balls down with us. So we're just going to give a shout out and see if we get any activity on the flashy balls. Do we have anybody here who would like to come and communicate with us? My name's Martin.
I'm Jeanette.
We're here to communicate. We're here to speak to you. We're here to communicate. We're here to prove your existence, that life still goes on after death. That was a no. Now I do know that this used to be a path, and I've seen Victorian pictures of old. Oh, ball's going off, but okay, if that's somebody here, can you touch that again for us? Okay, thank you. We just need to prove that it is really you. Can you stop touching that ball? Can you stop it? Okay. Can you touch another ball that we've got down on the ground? Just to prove that we are communicating with somebody.
I've got EVP on as well.
Have you? There's a ball at the side of me here. What I'm looking at right now. Could you touch that one instead of that one? Because we're not too sure if it is somebody that is playing with it. I always get a bit worried, you know, when there's one ball going off,
Yeah.
and then you ask not to touch that one but use another one.
Should we put another one next to that one?
I always get the thing, is it could there be an issue with the ball, you know what I mean? Can you touch this ball that is in front of me right here? Not that one. I need to prove that there's somebody here with some a person, a spirit person. Can you touch the other ball that's in front of me? Let me put that one. There's one on the ground up here. Let me just move this lot from here. Now we're going to put the other ball in here. Okay. And I'm going to put this one at the side of that one. Whoops. So that you can see there's two balls there now. So if there's somebody here and you're close to that ball that you was touching, can you touch the other one? Can you make them both go off? Ouch. That hurt. Olive bush straight in my face. Do you need to sit down at all? See, that one's still going off, that one. Right, let me take this one, move that from there, yeah, because there may be a fault with that one. And see what happens now. You alright?
Yeah, just cold. If you can come forward and speak into this device that I'm holding, we'll be able to hear you speak. You tell us your name. Are you male or are you female?
Do you want to go for a walk to warm up?
I'm alright. Well, I don't mind what we do. It's just my feet. My feet are absolutely...
Shall we go for a walk for 10 minutes then?
Yeah.
Do some EVP while we're walking.
Yeah.
And then hopefully it's going to warm you up a bit. You know, we're just doing a bit. Do you want to grab that? There's...
Well, do you want me to grab your camera?
No, on wall there, on that ball. And I'll grab these two here. Let's go around a walk round Boston Park, and so then it warms. Watch that branch there Jeanette. So you get warm, and because my feet have gone cold again now we're walking. The ground's a lot more colder, isn't it? Yeah, right. I know. That's down in Templeborough. Steelworks. Hey?
That's playing, I'm supposed to be recording.
That's Canclaw below us. So we're going to have a walk just to get some circulation into his body, because it is absolutely cold tonight. I don't usually feel the cold, but this evening I am. Be careful here, Jeanette, because of these rocks. Hey?
My light's rubbish. Can't see nothing.
You seen that?
Yeah, thank you.
I think if we'll walk. Do you?
Did you wheel that?
There's people walking up. That camera, it is camera. And I'm sure it's just turned. Yeah. Jeanette, there's nobody there. Oh, there is. Here it is. So, so this is the. I can't blooming see it because the camera's not lighting it up. But this is Boston Castle here. So this was originally a hunting lodge, as you can see. So it's only a small building of what's left here now. I don't know how big it was back then, if there was another part to it. These are the lights here. Why are they not coming on? So there you go. But when I was a kid, the caretaker lived in here. When I was a child, but before that, in the 70s and 80s, it used to be a shop. Yeah, you used to go to the front door, and used to sell ice creams. Do you remember the ice creams in the block?
Oh God, yeah.
The little triangle shaped cone.
Yeah.
And you had the square block of ice cream that used to get them from here. And when we used to come up here to park in summer, because we used to just walk up from Canclaw up through the back field.
Well, I lived at Brinsworth and we used to walk up here in summer.
And what do I call it? Go on. We used to call it the shop here, and used to have a sign outside, Walls Ice Cream.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, used to. So the door used to be here. That's the original. I don't think it's the original door. I'm not too sure. But there used to be nice. There used to be. What do you know? Those little square billboards.
Yeah.
And it said Walls Ice Cream on it. And used to do cups of tea as well. But all this was a mess because this is where they had greenhouses on here many years ago, and after the shop closed, and that's when the caretaker moved in. But you can rent this building for for doing functions.
Yeah.
They've got one room upstairs, and you can rent it. But you'd be supposed to be able to go to the top of there and look out and stand on top. So this is new, this bit, because it was only today when I was a child, and this bit's new, but it got burnt down. Kids went into it and set fire to it, which was which was a shame. But yeah, all that used to be just wasteland, and you had caretaker used to keep his trucks and that in here, and the tractor, and it was just all covered in branches and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the door we used to come and get your ice cream cornets from. So we walk up that back field there,
Yeah.
and we'll come above them lot. So if we go over that way,
Is that up here?
yeah, because my feet are starting to freeze up. Oh, you can't get right up that path now with the looks of things. Pedestrians, it says footpath closed. But this was, if you came up here years ago, this were football pitches, and used to have the football matches on here on a Sunday, you know, Sunday league football. And but now Yorkshire Water are building on it, and I'm not too sure what they're building. Well, as walking didn't get very far for us, did it?
No, it didn't.
Unless, can you still get up this? Oh, it looks very muddy. Well, it might not be too bad. Oh no, it's sealed off. You can't get through. But what is it? All this is what I was reported to the site office. Key workers, where key workers keep Yorkshire Water flowing.
CCTV.
Bentley. All visitors must report to site office. So let's see what it is here. They're still building it. CCTV.
Last time we came.
Yeah, it's been here a couple of years now that they've been doing it, but like I said before, it used to be just football pitches, and we used to play football on here on the Sundays, because my stepdad used to run the CB radio club called Delta Hotels Radio Club, and Delta Hotels got its name by one of his friends. Somebody called him a doll's head, and that's like for saying you're an idiot sort of thing, you know, you're doll's head. A phrase that used to use back in the 80s, and the radio club were called Delta Hotels then, and they used to play. We used to have a football club. We used to have 11-a-side, and then we went down to doing a 5-a-side up at Sheffield on Grace Park. So we used to come on here on the Sundays to play football. This used to be Bedham, do you know, garden?
Yeah. It's really pretty in here, I remember.
Yeah, you used to have like tulips and all the other stuff. It must look like they're preparing it again, do you know, for spring.
Yeah.
I thought they would have had stuff in it. It probably looks, we've got something growing there. Oh, here as well.
Could have had winter plants or something.
Yeah. Oh, camera's gone a bit funny. There you go. Don't know if you want to walk down Moorgate.
Yeah.
It's a shame you can't get into the graveyard at night time. Well, you could do if you wanted to, but getting over that fence.
Our biggest fence.
Ladies before gentlemen. It's as high as my waist. Oh dear, I don't know how long my battery's going to last as well. Are you warming up at all?
I am.
My feet are still cold. Just the old toilets here. Really old toilets. They've all gone now. But they used to be at the side here. So you'd walk in here and the toilets would be just here. Old style toilets. I'll just turn away so we're not filming his cars and getting his registration numbers plastered all over YouTube. So I've been in here. This is the gate. But when I was a kid, I come in here as a child. Because, you know, we're living in Canclaw, and one particular day we was in here, Jeanette,
Yeah.
and the church down at the bottom, it's derelict now, it's falling to pieces. The lights, we were walking through it, and it was winter time, there were thousands of crows up on the roof, and it was really spooky, and it was wintering, the leaves were falling off the trees, and as we were walking past the church, there was banging inside, and the lights were going on and off, on and off, on and off. And me and my brothers, we legged it. We didn't stop around. It was very eerie. I've walked through here during the day. I did a film of it last year in here, but for some no reason, it didn't work out.
All right.
And I spent 2 hours walking around Boston Park in snow last year. Last year or year before, and the video didn't work. It's a shame the gates aren't open, do you know? During the day.
Yeah.
But it looks like somebody lives in both houses. If we walk, we'll keep warm.
We will. I'd like to get in that Thomas Rotherham College.
It just walk upside here.
Yeah.
I think that they did allow once a paranormal group to go in and do a ghost hunt years ago. Do you know, back in the early 2000s?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to go in Thomas Rotherham and do a ghost, especially the old part of it there. Do you know, the original part?
Yeah.
That would be pretty good to do that.
I can't believe how cold it is.
I know it's. I didn't, and as you know, it doesn't really bother me cold, and I'm all right. But I've got trainers on. Usually I have me thermal wellies on, and I think that's probably what warms me up as well. Do you know, having thermal wellies on?
Yeah.
But these didn't use to have gates on the lodge, so HGV access. But yeah, this is Thomas Rotherham College. Very good. Now, bottom of the road here, which is Tesco's, used to be the old Belvedere Pub,
It did, yeah. I used to
and
love going
that's
there.
supposed to be that was supposed to have been haunted when it was the Belvedere Pub. There's supposed to have been, I'm not sure if it was this one, but there's supposed to have been a story of a rocking chair. I'm not sure if it's this one or am I getting mixed up with the one in Sheffield. But the Belvedere Pub was supposed to be haunted. Get the so as you can see, everybody, that's Thomas Rotherham College there, and I can't remember when Thomas College was built. Was it 1100s?
I don't know, I'd have to look it up.
The original building was 1100s, I think, but I'm not too sure about now. Can you get up here? Oh, it's fenced off, isn't it? Oh, it's the gates. You could get underneath. You could do what do you call that?
Yeah, I could get underneath that.
What do you call that dance? There's another set of gates
yeah.
here. Limber or something.
Limbo.
Yeah. I don't think we'll be able to do that at our age now, Jeanette. So this is the what was once the Belvedere Pub, which was possibly haunted. I can't remember if the Belvedere Pub was a coaching inn. I can't remember.
We need to brush up on our history, don't we?
Don't you, we do. The problem is because we weren't at Ghost Hunting for quite so long and we didn't really look at it because everybody was saying, oh, we don't want to do anything like that because we want to try and get what we get there. But it's always better to get the evidence. See, oh, this is new here. Oh, that bit's new. They're flats. They look like flats, don't they? Are they? Not too sure. Oh no, it's just keeping rubbish in that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the
That's the original building.
yeah, that's the original building, which was called the Belvedere Pub, but now is a Tesco's Express, of all things, and a vet's at the side of it. Vets for pets, a veterinary surgeon.
Where I took my dog.
Oh yeah, oh is that where you went?
Yeah.
TRC, Thomas Rotherham College. So we're on Moorgate. How far do you want to walk up here?
Don't mind.
Don't want to walk too far.
Walk forever, me.
I know. You're the tricky person.
I am.